Welcome back to BikeBeat. Today I'm excited to take you through the 2026 Honda Super Cub 160 HRC, an all-new version of the world's most iconic commuter, infused with genuine Honda racing DNA. From first glance to every ride detail, we'll dig into what makes this Cub so special. The legacy of the Super Cub stretches back to 1958, built around Honda's pressed steel underbone frame and semi-automatic transmission that made it approachable to riders of all kinds. It's the most produced motor vehicle in history with well over 100 million units made. The 2026 Cub takes that legendary simplicity and adds a dose of performance attitude in the form of an HRC-tuned 160 cubic centimeters engine and a sporty chassis treatment. Visually, the bike retains the familiar step-through frame, but the bodywork feels sharper and more racing-inspired. The HRC livery blends matte white, brilliant red and deep blue racing stripes, with subtle Honda racing badges. Details such as textured seat surfaces, custom stitching in contrasting color, alloy wheels and slim aerodynamic fairing give a modern edge that still respects Cub tradition. Under the seat lies a fuel tank, a classic trait of the Cub design that keeps the frame clean and allows for a low step-through silhouette. The seat height remains low, making it easy to reach the ground. LED lighting up front and rear improves visibility while adding a crisp, contemporary touch. There's a digital analog instrument cluster showing fuel level, trip, eco indicator, gear suggestions, and shift lights, all fitting with a more modern Cub experience. Powering this Cub is a liquid-cooled 160 cubic centimeters single-cylinder four-stroke engine with electronic fuel injection and refined throttle response. Though Honda hasn't published exact performance figures yet, early estimates suggest around 11 kilowatts, 14.7 HP, and torque focused on mid-range for quick city response. That's a noticeable bump over prior 110 to 125 cubic centimeters versions and should yield a top speed in the 90 to 95 km/h range, enough for comfortable urban commuting and even occasional freeway dressing with care. The transmission is Honda's familiar semi-automatic 4-speed with centrifugal clutch, no clutch lever, just toe/heel shifting. It's easy to use, especially for new riders or those transitioning from scooters, and remains one of the defining Cub experiences. Chassis improvements include telescopic front forks and a new rear monoshock setup tuned for both compliance and sporty responsiveness. Weight looks to remain light, estimated dry weight around 110 to 115 kilograms, preserving nimble handling and easy parking. Hydraulic disc brakes front and rear are present, with standard ABS for assured stopping power and confidence. On the road, this 160 HRC feels surprisingly quick off the line. Acceleration is peppy, throttle control is clean thanks to PGMFI and ride-by-wire setup, and low-speed maneuverability is excellent. Even two-up or with luggage, it stays composed. In older Super Cubs, riders report reaching 100 km per hour on flat roads, but best performance remains in the 80 km per hour zone. And those with larger weight or cargo do notice drop-off. Fuel economy remains high. Earlier versions of the Cub regularly hit around 100,125 mpg US, equating to 85110 mpg UK, though some hypermilers have seen claims up to 150,160 mpg UK, around 188 miles per gallon US, which many consider optimistic or dependent on conditions. Expect something in the sea of roughly 100,120 mpg US at realistic speeds. That means refueling is infrequent, although the small tank means range anxiety if you push it beyond 8090 miles between fill UPS. Comfort and everyday usability are front of mind. Seating position is upright and relaxed, suspension soft enough for potholes but firm enough to not feel vague. Underseat storage remains minimal, but there's integration for a USB-C charging port, a lockable rear rack, and accessories like sport cowl protections, branded foot pegs, luggage trays, and HRC exhaust options. Reliability is a core strength. Longtime owners of the C125 and similar models describe it as near bulletproof for daily use, 10,000 miles or more with nothing more than oil changes and regular maintenance. Battery drain and infrequent usage can be an issue, but bump starting is easy thanks to the clutch system. In terms of value, early pricing signals point toward approximately $1,900 to $2,200 depending on region, placing it above standard Cub models, which sell at around $1,400 to $1,600, but still under many mid-range commuter motorcycles. Given the heritage, styling, HRC touches, and added features like ABS, LED, and fuel injection, it's positioned as a premium compact urban bike. Its strengths include unmistakable style, approachable ergonomics, sporty responsiveness, low weight, great fuel economy, true Subaru-like reliability and Honda support, plus low maintenance needs. Downsides include limited cargo/storage unless accessorized, firmish ride on some roads due to sport tuning, small tank meaning frequent fill UPS if used heavily, and constrained top speed if you're planning long highway journeys. In summary, the 2026 Honda Super Cub 160 HRC offers something unique. It's more than a commuter, but less than a full sport bike. It's a city bike with race styling, enough pep to smile at traffic lights, and that incomparably charming Cub personality that invites smiles, nods, and conversation wherever it goes, something riders routinely say they love. Imagine weaving through urban streets, blending classic Cub practicalities with red-blue HRC livery, rev-up clean fuel injection power, stopping assuredly with ABS discs, then sliding to a cafe, kickstand down, under-seat charger at hand. For those who want character, heritage, low cost of ownership and a little performance attitude, this could be the perfect bite-sized statement machine. Thanks for watching this deep look at the 2026 Super Cub 160 HRC on BikeBeat. Let me know what you'd like us to ride next, or if you want graphics overlays, spec sheets, or comparison tests filmed. I'll leave you with one more thought: Honda took the world's best commuter, put racing colors on it, and made a Cub that feels alive again.